What's good, gente? It's your boy Conejo. Yes, Saben, man. We're gonna be speaking on a good topic today. To be quite real, we're gonna be speaking on pretty much someone from my neighborhood from Clifford Manor. Um, one of the most hated one, right? That a lot of neighborhoods hate this dude. To be quite real, right? But the neighborhood, they show him nothing but respect. And even though he already got deemed and all that, they still got love for that homie, to be quite real. I have never heard nothing bad about him, like from the neighborhood at least, right? And I don't think the neighborhood will ever speak bad on this dude. Because in all reality, this dude was deemed because he was an actual righteous, real Clifeño, homie. And I know a lot of neighborhoods, so I might get a little bit of comments on the thing, right? That talking bad about him. But more than likely, they're not from Clifford, and it is because a lot of people do hate this dude, and he is one of the most hated in Watsonville by other neighborhoods. And we're gonna be speaking on Apache, bro. I'm gonna be giving a little bit of a not his past, but my encounters with him and some of the things that I would hear from other neighborhoods, right? Complain about this individual. So I hope you guys like this fucking this video. So make sure to subscribe and hit them likes for your boy. You already be knowing, man. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first time I had seen the homie Apache, right? Respects to the homie. He's a hunk. I know you guys probably would want a picture of him, but I'm not gonna put no recent pictures of him to be quite real, right? He has changed his image and all that. But okay, let's get into it, bro. Spencer. The first time I seen the homie Apache, man, it was at the homies Sneaky and Mellows pad, right? Shout out to them homies too. And I think I was like 15. He had just got out or some shit, right? So all the homies were like, "Hey, you gotta meet the homie, woo woo," right? Because he was from the hood. So I ended up meeting him, right? But this homie, he was a set tripper, homie. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't know me. So when I shook his hand, he kind of mugged me and shit. And R.I.P. to the homie Lokes. He had to kind of check him, like, "Hey, homie, this little homie from the hood, G, what the fuck?" And he's like, "All right, all right." So after that, it was cool. And well, the homie had just gotten out, right? And well, they had a lot of people had a lot of stories about this dude, right? Cause this homie's been removed, like, to my knowledge, like 3 times, and like in the county, and I'm not sure if upstate too. But he always tends to go back and end up clearing them, homie. Someone clears them, and so he's known to be a hog and shit, right? So pretty much, after we became cool, like to the point where allegedly we would sell like stuff to him, right? Because the homie used to like that white, and he used to do his thing, you know what I'm saying? And still at the so we became cool, you know what I mean? And I had done time um in juvenile hall, right? I did a little bit of time in juvenile hall, and there was a homie from Green Valley that I was locked up with, and I remember when, cause I know him from middle school and shit, right? But we're talking through the fucking through the window in the back. People that have been to the juvenile hall in this county will know what I'm talking about. He was like, "Hey, homie, what neighborhood did you get jumped into?" Right? Cause he knew that he knew me from middle school and shit when I was a WVNer. But everybody tends to get jumped into a neighborhood by at least the time that they're in high school already. And when I told him, I was like, "Oh, bro, they call me Casper," you know. I was like, "From Clifford Manor locals." He's all like, "Oh, gee," like, you know what I mean. I'm like, "What do you mean, oh, gee? What's cracking?" And he's all like, "Nah, it's all good, homie." And he gave me a story, you know what I mean, of an experience that he had with my neighborhood. And like I remind you, bro, my neighborhoods, they're known to set trip. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of red on red in Watson, homie, and my neighborhood happens to be one of the neighborhoods that will give it to anyone. You know what I mean? And especially if they're funking or they try to set trip on us or if they try to bang on us, we tend to still smash. You know what I mean? And like, fuck it, whatever, homie. You wanted to gang bang. So pretty much he gave me a story, like a bad experience, right? Why he was like, "Man, why'd you get jumped into that neighborhood?" You know? He's all like, "You should have been from Green Valley," and I was like, "Nah, bro, I'm good." You know? I was like, I'm from CMLG, and he's like, he gave me the story, you know, and I was like, "Oh, that's fucked up, homie." I was like, "Yeah," I was like, "The homie's known to set trip, G," you know what I mean? I was like, but what's up though? And he's like, nah, it's all good, G. Like I was just letting you know, like I don't like that food. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I understand, homie. I was like, it is what it is. And we were cool. Nothing ended up happening right there. I believe that homie was on freeze, to be quite real. And they're like, what? On freeze on juvenile home? Yeah, but yeah, he was on freeze. And the the fucking when I got out and I was talking to Apache and I brought up that story to him, right? I was like, hey, bro, so what happened that day, G? Like, hey, the homie ended up telling me this, this, and this. And Apache was like, oh, yeah, homie, I remember that shit. He's all like, I was all flued up. He's all like, I was wearing a blue flannel. And this fool happened to hit me up, G, like in the hood. He's all, he hit me up. He had the nerves to hit me up in the hood, homie. So I was like, oh yeah. He's all like, so you know how we do it, homie? Like, us Fanios, homie, we give it to anyone, homie. And he's all, then that little fucker fucked up by, like, you know what I mean? Like, trying to fucking do. I'm not gonna. I can't explain too much, homie. You know what I'm saying? Dispensa, I apologize about that, but like, he ended up doing some damage. You know what I mean? And he's all like, yeah, I had to do what I had to do, G. But he's all like, it's not like, oh boy didn't do his too. Like, he actually put in some work too. And I was like, yeah. He's all like, but it's all good, homie. So I started telling him like, hey, so what's up with all that red on red, homie? Like what's cracking? Like that's we're not supposed to get down like that. Because I was young, homie, and I was still going to like Watson community and shit like that. So I seen a lot of homies from other hoods, and a lot of hoods had a love for your boy, bro. You know what I mean? So I was still cool with a lot of them. And so he was like, nah, homie, you gotta understand that when you're from Clifford, homie, you're from Clifford, homie. Pretty much fuck other all the other neighborhoods, homie. It's Spencer, homie. I'm kind of cold. I should have put a sweater on, Spencer. Um, he's like, fuck all the other neighborhoods, homie. It's just Clifford Manor, homie, and it is what it is. If you're gonna be a Clifeño, homie, that's all that matters, homie. And he was all against like the Norte too, bro. To be quite real, because I mean, like I said, bro, he had gotten whacked a couple times. So he was all against that shit. He was like, fool, it's all just CML, and you just got to bang it for the hood, homie. And I'm like, all right, homie, that's what it is. Yeah, so like, cause of him, me, well not me, but cause of him and some other homies, they ended up making me start set tripping on other hoods too. You get me? Which was kind of fucked up, you know what I mean? But it all happened like weird too, you know what I mean? Cause when the homie was out, I remember he went to a couple functions, and I remember a certain neighborhood ended up fucking poking him because the homie had long hair, so that fool had to cut his shit. You know what I mean? So we started like the hood started sad tripping with each other, and yeah, man, I remember we even gave a paca to a homie from the hood because of that shit. You know what I mean? And with time, well, I mean, like I said, bro, this fool's been deemed a couple of times. He was out here chilling with fucking. Look, you gotta understand, homie. My neighborhood, a lot of the older homies, which kind of sucks. They tend to like that white. You know what I mean? So they're on that height, bro. And they're not potheads like your boy over here. So they were on that set trip and shit. You know what I mean? And the homie ended up getting deemed with time and shit. They deemed him again. I think he took some credit for something that he didn't do. But it was because the homie's always been deemed for red on red. So he's like, man, fuck it. But I know that the hood still shows him nothing but love and respect, homie. Because even when I dropped out and I heard that all kinds of shit that had happened, the hood was still showed nothing but love. And when I got out, because like I said, bro, I still talk to some homies, and I asked them about them, bro. Like, what do you think about oh boy? He's like, nah, homie, shout out to the homies and shit. That was a real C. You know what I mean? And not in the C in the carnal way, because like I said, this homie wasn't political like that. He was nothing but Clifford, and just because of that, he's real hated, bro, in Watson. Believe that by other hoods, you know what I mean? And then I'll probably get some comments on the things talking hella shit about him. But regardless, at the end of the day, it's because he was one of the most hated, homie. But in Clifford's eyes, he's still a legend, homie. To a lot of homies, because even though he got whacked and all that, he always came back, and the hood knows that this fool's a real motherfucking. You can call him a real motherfucking cowboy, G. You know what I'm saying? This fool go out of his way, and but yeah, man. So I wanted to make a video about him because he is one of the most hated in Watson. You know what I mean? And he's probably why fucking Clifford is fucking known to be one of the most hated in Watsonville. You know what I'm saying? And because of him and others, the hood became a real set tripping hood. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna cut this video short right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually want to get into some more profiles. People have asked me to make a profile on, I guess, my brother. So I'll probably be doing that as well. I'll be getting into a profile of Demon. And so yeah, man, make sure to hit them likes for your boy. And if you didn't like it, man, put a thumbs down. Make sure to leave a comment, homie. Even if you're talking shit, it's all good. You're allowed to talk shit here. So it's firme. You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, man, like I send my love to all the regular people, to all the norteños, the bow dogs, the fucking sureños, the blacks, the whites, my playboys, ya saben, all day, every day. And yeah, man, let me know what you think, bro. It's your boy Conejo, and I'm out.